Well, good day. This is about paragraph alignment. The first thing you need to know about paragraph alignment is what a paragraph is. If I was to type the word strong and press enter, I would have created a paragraph that only has two words in it, building and strong. And if I was to type the word bones and press enter, now that I pressed enter, I've created another paragraph, and that's a paragraph that only has one word in it, bones. When you press enter, you've created a paragraph. So that's very important to remember about paragraph alignment. First you have to know what a paragraph is. So here I have a title that says strong bones, and I see all of my paragraphs line up on the left border. The right hand side is not lined up. The right hand side is all ragged over here, but the left hand side is nice and straight. I can make this a title centered by just clicking this center button. It's right here. You can see the shortcut to do center is Control E. You could use Control E on your keyboard to center, or you can just click this, and now my paragraph's lined up in the center. Now you could do the same thing with any paragraph. I can click in this first paragraph anywhere, it doesn't matter where you are, and then do center, and the whole paragraph will be centered. Now it's not lined up on the left anymore, isn't it? The left is not lined up, neither is the right. The whole thing is centered. Let's go back to left. Normal paragraphs are left aligned, aren't they? They are lined up on the left. Titles are usually centered. You could make the title line up on the right. There's a shortcut for that one too. Control R lines things up on the right. I give it a click, and this has a title that lines up on the right, and that looks kind of funny. Most people don't line things up on the right, but some people do. Some fancy letterhead might line things up on the right, maybe something like this, and so that gives it a bit of a style to line things up on the right hand side. Or maybe something looks like this, and these words are lined up on the right hand side. How many paragraphs do you think are up here above this line? That's right, there's 3 paragraphs here because I pressed enter after each one. And if I was on this one that said Florin High and I centered it, it would only center the one I'm on. Every paragraph is treated separately. So click on this one word paragraph, Academy, and I'll center it. And then I'll click on this business and technology, I'll center it. There's 3 paragraphs there. You can highlight all 3 paragraphs at once, and even if you don't grab the entire paragraph, any part of the paragraph will do, and I'll send it back to right. So you can line things up on the right, and sometimes people like to do that. It looks nice. Sometimes it doesn't. The last one I want to talk about besides left, right, and center is this one over here that says justify. It has a shortcut too. It's Control J to justify. Let's see what that looks like. I'll click in this first paragraph and I'll try this justify and see what it does. You see it lines things both on the left and the right. They're both lined up, and the way they get things to line up nice and straight is they put extra spaces in your paragraph. Looks like you don't know how to type. If I put it back to left, you'll see the difference. And it'll only work on the paragraph you're on, so I can do this one, and it lines it up on both sides. Now if I try to do that on this little short 2-word paragraph and I say I want to fully justify, nothing will happen. I'll try it. It lines up on the left, but it doesn't go all the way across because I don't have enough words to go all the way across. So if you have a short paragraph, justify is not going to do anything. Often justify is used in newspapers and newspaper columns, or maybe magazine articles, things that are kind of short. Let me show you an example of that. Here's a little newsletter somebody came up with, and maybe we'll zoom in on it 100%. We can sort of see it a little better. And I'm interested in this paragraph that's in the middle, and you can see that it's lined up nicely on the left, but it's not lined up on the right. And I could click in this paragraph and I'll change the justification. It's on the Home tab, of course, and it's in the paragraph group, and here it is, justify. I'm going to give it a try and see what it does. And this is what a lot of magazines and newspapers do, don't they? They line things up on both sides, both the left and the right. So that's paragraph alignment: left, center, right, and fully justified.